Hi everybody, Ralph Havens here. I wanted to share some cool stuff that came up this morning, and it's actually been coming up for the last couple of weeks. And I almost let it slip by because I tend to do things as soon as they come up, but I let it kind of go for a bit, and I thought to put it out there today. So, you know, I'm a runner. A lot of you know that I'm a runner, and the World Championships of track and field just finished in London, and it was really amazing. And there was one race in particular. There was a lot, but there was one in particular that really showed something, and I could feel it, and I wanted to share some thoughts and some feelings around that. And you know how, like in sports and in the arts and in music, you know, live performances, you can transcend a lot of things, a lot of these ordinary realities and ways of living, and it can feel really big and special, and this going to spirit thing when we're dealing with stuff like that. And in the World Championships of track and field, there was a race, the 3,000 meter steeplechase. It was an amazing race. It's usually always won by the Kenyans, and they take great pride, and that's their big race. And so there was a couple of Americans in the women's race, and one was an outside chance for a medal, a top 3 spot, and the other one, that was Emma Coburn. The other one was just lucky to be in the final. That's what everybody was saying. She was fresh out of college, and she just moved from New Mexico to Portland to train with a professional training group, and her time was about 20 seconds slower than even remotely possible to get a medal. And the world record holder was in the race, and so who was about 30 seconds faster than her. So anyway, the race transpired, and the short version of it, you can look for it. Send me a message, and I'll send you the link to it. But bottom line is the Americans won. They went 1 and 2, and afterwards they were interviewing, you know, the winners, and the second place woman, Courtney Fredericks, was saying, you know, how much she believes in herself and her coaching and the process and all the training that went into it, and that she thought she had a chance, and even though she was, you know, not favored or thought of to have a chance by anybody else, and so even though she was running times way beyond she was used to running, she did it. And so as I was thinking about it, how it relates to us, you know, trying to get things done and do things, a lot of people in the energy medicine world, in the matrix energetics world, in the using your mindset and the spirit kind of world, people can start to think that, you know, it's all about meditation, and it's all about how you think, and it's all about how you believe, and there's so much of that law of attraction stuff and The Secret, and it's like, if you just believe it, it'll happen, and people can sometimes be waiting around for these miracles to show up, and just to show up as magic. But what I think it's more like, you know, for me especially, years ago I was doing lots of energy work, and I still do, and a lot of healing at a distance, and a lot of my clients are at a distance now from all over the world. But at the time, years ago, I didn't have a lot of clients, and I kept thinking, how do you do it? And I was doing a lot of Qigong and a lot of meditation and a lot of my own energy work on myself, and working on myself in many, many ways. And a lot of you know my story. I won't go into it again, but a lot of stuff happened in my life that brought up a lot of hardship, and I had to learn a lot more about how to manifest, how to get things done, how to get what I wanted. And I really, really wanted a healing practice, and to do my work and get it out to the world, and to do what I did. And I wanted to make money, and I had a family. And so I still have a family. And so I wanted the best for them too. And so as I was learning this stuff, I realized I knew how to help people heal, and to shift chronic conditions and autoimmune conditions and other conditions. And with that, there was the energy work, there was the other type of work, but there was also things to do in the physical world. There was nutrition, and there was other things to do. And so as a runner, and as I saw these runners in the World Championships, I saw that, okay, it's kind of like being an athlete. You know, you train your butt off. I mean, you do the work, and you get the right coaches, and you move, and you go to the groups that are training really well and already going to the Olympics, and you train with them, and you believe, and you think like them, and you feel like them, and you live like them, and every moment you do what they do, and you become one of them. And so the doing of it, the how to do X to get why is part of the process that I found. Like, it's not just about thinking it, it's not just about feeling it, it's not just about believing it, it's not just about having faith, it's about actually doing stuff too. And so that's what I saw in these runners. It's like they believed it and they use spirit, and a lot of them really have a strong belief in God and the higher power that can drive them, and they have a big need to win and a big desire to win, and it transcends a lot of things and gets them to do things that are beyond what they could humanly do. And through all that, they also do a lot of work. They do the training, they get up early, they go to bed early, they lift the weights, they do the running, they do the hard running, they do the running they don't really like to do, they do the running they love to do, they do the whole thing. And so what I found over the years is there's some specific things to do, the X, to get the Y. And the Y being the money and the lifestyle and the business and the type of work that you get to do with people around the world. And the X is how to do it. And while there's a huge benefit, you have to have the mindset and you have to have the energy and the spirit. But there's also the group. Are you in the right group? Are the people around you showing you the way? Have they already done it? And there's also what to physically do in the world. That's been my experience. And while there can be miracles that happen in an instant, and you can have things just land in your way, and other things can happen that just kind of make it all happen for you. You know, you meet Oprah or something happens like that. A lot of times, most of the time, there's a lot of work that went in preceding that. And so I've found a lot of the X that works to get the Y. So if you're a health coach, if you're a coach of some type, a transformational coach, if you're a healer of some type, whether it's in person or at a distance, if you're a change maker, if that's what you're here to do, and you just don't know the X, like how to do X to get the Y, I want to share my teachers, who I've learned from, give you the links, tell you what worked for me, because I've done a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff hasn't worked, and some of the stuff's been somewhat helpful, and then I found some stuff that's been really helpful, and that's what I'm using now, and it's been quite amazing, and it's one of the most spiritual things I've ever done, is doing this actual stuff in the physical world. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link and you can sign up for an email list. I'm going to be compiling a group of people or getting a group of people together that are interested in this, like how to do this. And if you're interested, I will be sending you a lot of cool stuff. It'll be a lot of my teachers' links, a lot of their trainings, a lot of cool stuff that I've learned, and probably stuff that I haven't even thought about yet. And if I find something else that's really cool, I'll be sharing that. So if you want to be part of this group, the healers, the coaches, the change makers, then go ahead and click the link, and I will see you all very soon. Message me with what type of healer or coach or change maker you are, what you would like to achieve, what you want, what your life would look like if you could be doing what you love doing and doing it with the people you would love doing it with. Tell me what that would look like. Tell me what you need and want. And I'm going to be sending you a lot of cool stuff. So this is Ralph Havens, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.